Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick disclaimer here before we started our video. Xenogears is an intricate narrative that serves as an extensive commentary on the human experience and explores various religious themes with a particular emphasis on ancient concepts of religion. It's important to note that the portrayal of religious ideas in this game reflect a unique perspective rooted in Japanese culture and philosophical traditions, which differ from common Western conceptions of spirituality and divinity. While the game engages in many thought-provoking topics, we do not intend to impose or endorse any specific religious beliefs. Dan and I hold different opinions on religion, and our aim is to create a safe environment for objective discourse that encourages contemplation rather than advocating for any particular worldview. Our hope is that you will approach this playthrough with an open mind, recognizing the fictional nature of the narrative and respecting the diversity of viewpoints presented within. These themes are meant to provoke thoughtful reflection and contribute to the overall broader conversation on what it is to be human. Hope you enjoy.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Austin.
We are here to play games.
Badly? Maybe? Confusedly, certainly.
Yes. Speaking of, welcome back to Xenogears. We are about to enter the desert town of Dazil, the town of Burning Sands. I have done a little bit of leveling, not a huge amount, but we have leveled up our death blows a little bit. We do have the first one for Faye, and the first and second ones, and the third one is at 100, and the first two for Saitan as well, a newcomer to our party. And the other thing I wanted to point out, Faye now has inner healing, and Saitan has ring key, which is pretty cool. Basically, he can cast it on himself only, and then his Sazanami, or any other ethers he might learn, will affect all. So he can heal both himself and Faye if he uses ring key and then Sazanami.
Oh, okay, cool. So we got a party heal now instead of just a single heal.
Right, and if you look at Saitan, he has a lot more EP than Faye does.
Yeah.
So, and a lot more HP, and his stats are crazy, although Faye still edges him out in terms of raw strength at the moment.
Yeah. Faye's stats make me think of like a cleric from D&D or some kind of priestly role, just because he's got like healing stuff and very kind of tanky.
Yeah, I mean, he uses chi, so he's sort of a monk-style character, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I can see that. But we have done a little bit of grinding off camera, and without further ado, we'll go ahead and enter Dazil.
Let's do it. I'm ready for more confusion. I got my notes pulled up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty cool place. I like Dazil.
Moss Isley.
That's right.
A more wretched hive. Oh, never mind. This is Dazil. Yes, that is right. The desert town of Dazil. I like the music.
It's really cool.
This town's lively. Gotta watch out for scruffy-looking nerf herders.
That's right.
This is the center for all excavations in Av. People come from all over Ignis to try and find the resources buried in the ruins around here. We should be able to find out what both Av and Kislev are up to here. And we also have to gather the things we need to repair Veltal. Repair Veltal? Yes, we must exchange the broken parts to fix Veltal. Otherwise, it will not be able to function at all. There's an ethos workshop in the southern part of this town. Let's go there, Faye. Okay. Yeah, okay, Doc. Let's check this place out then.
All right, so we're free to wander about Dazil here. Just as a bit of a reminder here, the ethos were called out a little bit in the intro, and they are basically, and we'll learn a little bit more about them. They have a presence here in Dazil, but they are here to basically allow for the excavation of gears, and they have a lot of a technological, basically, excavation capability. So they have a lot of power when it comes to the conflict between Av and Kislev. And we are still in Av at the moment. So that's an interesting little detail here. But the question is, who are the ethos loyal to?
Right.
Ethos is also something that addresses, basically word meaning, addresses the character or spirit of a culture, era, or community as manifested in its beliefs and aspirations. It also, you may have heard it contrasted with pathos and logos. So pathos is an appeal to emotions, logos is an appeal to logic, and ethos specifically is an appeal to authority or status.
Interesting. Is that where we also get like a root for ethics from?
A little bit, yeah. I believe they have a common root word there.
Gotcha.
Although ethics are not always an appeal to authority.
Right, but authority tends to determine like morality or whatever. It's
Yeah,
nuanced and convoluted, but
yeah, depending on your ethical justifications, it may just be authority, and depends on how you define authority, but
right.
we won't get too far in the weeds here. Let's talk to this guy.
Yep. Hey, I haven't seen you right here before. Don't think that if you cause trouble, you'll get away with it. We are army guards. Remember that.
I'll remember that, buddy. What's in here?
You got it, Chief. We also talked about, what was it? Jugend? I think was the word we... Jugend.
Yeah.
We didn't know what it was. We looked it up. It means youth. It's a German word for youth.
Correct. Yeah, so Jugend is a word that Ellie used for an academy that she attended. And yes, Jugend is German for youth.
Yeah, which makes sense if it's an academy.
Mm-hmm.
Typically younger people would go to that, even if it is a military one.
Right. And Ellie seems to be a military affiliated person.
Right.
So, yeah. And Seitan knows exactly what Jugend is. He was not surprised by her reference to Jugend, possibly related to the fact that they speak the same language. It may be not Seitan's first language, but clearly he knows quite a lot, and Ellie was a little flabbergasted by that whole thing.
Yeah, well, Seitan's omniscient. I don't think he counts for much at the moment.
It's true.
This is the Army's Dazil Guard Station. No civilians allowed. Get out. If you have no business here, please leave.
What do we got here?
Kislev Army is up to something in the land north of here. But don't worry. If anything happens, Gebel will back us up.
They sure will.
This town is the center of all gear excavating in Av. They take the generators out to excavate the gear to make new models. Good grief. Protecting this town is essential to beating Kislev. I left my family at home to come here. I want to finish my duty here and go home. I'm so tired of being in the sand.
The sand.
It gets everywhere.
Don't like sand. Let's see. What do we got over here?
Another building.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we got some people.
Soon this area will be totally excavated. We'll have to find another place with buried treasure. This guy's stopping.
Mm-hmm.
I came here looking for fortune, but all the good sites are controlled by the military. I'll have to go home a failure. What should I do?
Accept it. I mean, I don't know.
I wanted to try my luck at treasure hunting. I'm pretty successful. The reason is I found a good partner. Even now he's looking at a map, analyzing our next step. I sure depend on my pal, my chief, my buddy.
Buddy old pal. Let's see what we got.
My buckaroo.
I'm the Dazil. If you dig in the ruins, you too can be rich. Treasure hunter Asok.
Hey guys, you shortened your word for association.
This looks like a chest, but it's
Running into those army guys is real dangerous. They find new ruins, they'll take them over for themselves. So I wonder where the best place is.
Let's see here.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. Thanks for the information. All right, let's poke around a little bit in Dazil here. Can I go up here? I can. Hey, buddy.
All's clear.
All's clear. All right.
12 o'clock and all's well.
I really like the rotatable camera in this game.
Yeah, it seems like that'd be really helpful with the way this layout is.
Yeah. Yeah, and as we go through this game, we'll... Oh, hey, what do we got here?
Huh? Oh.
Look at all that.
That's amazing. They're doing digging right next to this town, too? This is Avrod, an excavation site. The machines and gears found here are valuable resources that can turn the tide of the war. So are they digging up the gears?
Yes, they're digging up various tech and excavating gears. Sometimes they're full gears, and sometimes they are just the parts for gears, which is sort of why we're here, right? Because as you recall in the last episode, Veltal's knee joint is having trouble, and I believe there was another part that Seitan was able to repair. But we have to get the parts we need, is basically why we're here.
They are indispensable to the war effort. I just didn't realize that these are machines that have been buried in the desert that they've just been pulling out of the ground for who knows how long, and then using them as machines of war.
Right, and some of them are full gears. Some of them are parts that they can interchange a little bit. There's a fair bit of innovation, changing around parts and things like that. But sometimes you just find a full gear buried in the sand.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of like hodgepodge gears too, where it's like 18 different models made this one year.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, military gears are going to be more, what's the word, homogeneous with regards to their parts. They're going to be more unified and more advanced. Right. Then you're just, somebody has a gear, they're not affiliated with much. They're just maybe a scavenger or something like that. Like, their gear is kind of just this shaking mass of parts or something like that.
Which I imagine they're still got to be somewhat wealthy to have a gear at all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, having a gear is definitely special in this world. And you can tell that sort of by, the fact that the military are specializing in it, and the ethos, who are still, we don't know a huge amount about them other than the fact that they are specialized in excavating these gears. But they're important, obviously. And they're enabling these sorts of weapons. Indispensable.
Anyway, Faye, let us move on. We have more pressing matters to do than taking in the sights.
That's true, Seitan.
Taking in the Saitans.
Let's go in the top of this. Can I? Uh-oh.
You're not allowed.
Guess not. That door's locked. All right, we're just gonna go down here then.
You just go barging into somebody's house. What are you, crazy? Welcome.
Oh, this is a shop.
Yeah, welcome, man.
All right. So
this is all.
Yeah, so we got Aquasols, which we have several of. Rosasols Restore EP. These are usable in battle, unlike kind of the items that you have to use out of battle that we've been getting so far. Physical, mental status effects. There are different items for removing those status effects.
Gotcha. So, like, using, let's say, FF terminology, poison might be Physisol, but Berserk might be Mental or Confusion.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And these are pretty cheap, so we're going to grab a few of each of them just to have them. Is there anything we can sell here?
Well, you got a lot of hob jerky you can probably sell.
Yeah, we do have a lot, but it only sells for 5, and it's nice to have that supply. Oh yeah, we have Ellie's weapon, former weapon, in our inventory because we equipped her with an upgrade. We can sell a few of these. These are sort of pointless. To have like 15 of them. I'll keep 3 of them. There we go. Yeah, I don't want to sell any equipment off my party members here. Alright, who are you, sir?
Oh, price is a little high here. Well, we need these things across the desert.
Oh, he has a turban on. Okay.
Yeah, I assumed it was a white beard, but I realized what my mistake halfway through, but I had to commit, so.
You gotta commit to it, yeah.
Yep, commit to the bit. There's a bunch of thieves out in the desert called Sandman, so you gotta equip yourself properly. If you don't, you only have yourself to blame.
Sounds right to me. I mean,
Thanks, Goof.
Now we can go in here. Ooh, hey.
I've heard a rumor that Kiss the Vomit attacked a nearby village. Is it true?
I mean, yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Watch the adults come dig up the ruins. They all come widen into big ears.
Yup.
Why did they call them ears?
Ears. Gears.
I imagine some kid, like misheard an adult, was like, they come with big ears.
You're right. All right, let's see. This is a house, a shop. Should be, hey. Get back here.
Big profits for little work. That's the best way to make money. That's the knack. We make our money selling the parts we excavate to the ethos. The rarer the parts, the better the price. Dig it?
I get it, because you're digging. Haha.
Haha, you dig?
Okay, what is this? Let's see. Lucky Avenue, relaxing bar. Okay.
Lies.
Let's look in here.
Nothing relaxing about this bar.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun.
we did it. We never thought I would think it goes so well. Sneaking in the night, I fall out to the army. This sure is a noisy place.
Wah, ha, 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 ha,
They are just going to town at it.
Yup.
Well, in a place like this, you have to expect this kind of atmosphere. See, I told you it wasn't relaxing. Yeah, but even so, sneaking in the night, just like that. Poof! Yikes!
Shut up!
Shut up! He looks fabulous.
Uh-huh.
Why y'all yapping when Big Joe is here trying to drink a paste? Can't y'all shut up? Who do you think you are? I don't care if you're Big Joe or Big Schmo. You don't mess with me. The guy's about to get a beating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you sure talk big.
I just want to point out, look at his chin.
I know, it's...
That is a Giga Chad chin.
Can you dig for treasure as good as you talk? What's that you say? You're so tough. Always looking for junk laying around. Why don't you do something more productive for once? A whippersnapper? If you ask me, you're a big... Smack. Hey, stop it.
Stop it.
This guy's trouble. He's looking wild. Oh, shut up. Just shut your trap. Yeah, that's right. Run home to mama, little boys. Dick.
Whoop. Whoop.
Damn it, you'll keep. Ah, cowardly little pugs.
Don't mess with Big
Get
Joe.
Get off my lawn. Why, this man sure likes to make his presence felt.
Hey, buddy.
I like your Elvis costume you got going on.
Uh-huh.
You drinking too? And the star on his cheek. Who's just my life companion, especially in a sucky world like this?
Oof.
Everyone's searching for dough and dynamite. How unromantic.
Anything else you got? Oh, okay.
Me? What am I doing here? Drinking. Whatever I please, I guess.
Drinking, definitely.
You think you know about yourself? I could introduce myself right now, and by tomorrow I'll be a different person. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't understand that, I'll repeat. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. You're drinking too?
He starts.
This is my life companion. Yeah.
He starts repeating himself. Are you a different person tomorrow? Let's see. This is the
Tenji and I.
bar/hotel. I don't want to say. I think we're good. What's on the? We got menu.
A lot of it beer.
I'll have the cheese plate.
We got plenty of hop jerky.
Yeah, we got enough hop jerky to freaking feed ourselves for months.
I know. Bring enough to supply the tavern for a few days.
Right. What are you doing? Yeah, so this is kind of a cool thing about these towns. You can get a lot of flavor for what's going on. Our objective is the Ethos HQ in Daziel here. But there's a lot of cool stuff, and Big Joe is a fun character that I wanted to make sure we encountered here. What do we got over here? Let's check this out.
Whoa. He looks interesting. Is that like an animal walking around?
Oh, yeah. This is another shop. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So...
Oh, hey.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things in here that we can buy, none of which we really need right now. We have both of these rings. Fencing cap technically gives defense. Yeah, and then not too big of a deal there at this point if you've been kind of poking around getting stuff. You were asking about this person, I believe, right?
Yeah, it looks like a dog or otter or something.
Uh-huh.
Oh. You look tired. You can stay overnight at the bar, so why don't you rest there a little bit? Traveling all worn and tired might just get you killed.
It's true. Yeah. Obviously, this person doesn't look very human.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time we've seen something like this.
So it's another race of some sort, essentially.
Right. Not everyone is quote-unquote human in this world. There are, to put it in Chrono Cross terms, there are demi-humans in this world. If you've played Chrono Cross, there are, like humanoid creatures that have animal-like features.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we've seen something like that. They aren't exactly the same as humans, but they, are sentient people walking around.
Right.
What do you got?
The battle with Kislev the other day in the desert ended in a complete victory for us. We need the armor because they get us generations from the gears found in the ruins. Generators, not generations.
Yes.
We'll never give this town our ruins to Kislev.
There you go. All right, let's look over here. I believe we can find... Yeah. So, this logo right here is the logo of the Ethos.
I feel like we've seen that logo before.
We have, yeah. It should look pretty familiar. We got a workshop here. So let's go ahead in here and let's see what we've got as far as repairing a Veltal. If you'll see here, we've got a gear kind of in the middle of the shop with a little arm there.
Oh, he flicked us off, that mean gear.
Articulating fingers here.
Wow. So this is the Ethos Workshop, eh, Doc? Yes, the Ethos Workshops are the only places that officially repair gears. Let us see if we can get the parts we need to fix Veltal here. As they say, time is money, so we should do whatever we can to do. So we should do whatever we can do as soon as we are able to.
You got it. All right, let's talk with these.
Do the things with the doing and then the doing.
Yeah.
Huh? How can we help you? Sorry to bother you. Our gear has broken down, so I would like to buy some parts to fix it. Tough luck, huh? Can you tell what make of parts you're after? Yes, we are hoping to replace an X29 model injection bypass circuit. X29 model injection circuit? That's only used on the latest military models. We don't keep those kind of parts in stock here. You can only get such special parts by placing an order at the Ethos headquarters. This workshop's only for the repair of civilian gears. I see. Sorry to have bothered you. Sorry that we can't help you. Please don't touch it. It's being repaired.
I'm gonna touch
This is
it.
more of like an excavating gear, I would assume, then.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got
Or
like
at least
the
something
got the
more
claw-like
utilitarian.
appendages here where it can pick up things. It's got the opposing appendage a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy lifting, utility type of work.
Yeah, and if you see there's
Labor.
people down in the pit here repairing or working on this gear as well. But yeah, that's generally what that gear is for. You are correct on that. I'm going to go ahead and head out since they can't help us.
Useless. Doc, do you have a moment? I need to talk to you. I have so many questions. Yes, of course, Faye. Cool. Let's hash it out on this bridge where everybody can hear us.
Mm-hmm.
So, Faye, what did you want to talk to me about? Well, Doc, it's about Veltal. We can't find the parts we need, so is it alright if we just don't fix it? Do not repair it? What is the problem, Faye? Well, we've been able to come as far as the Zil on our own. So doesn't that show that we don't need Veltal as much as we thought? Actually, I've been thinking about that. Once things cool down, I want to go back to Lahan and help rebuild. It'll be a while for that, buddy. That's all I feel I can do now. I see. If that is what you want, Faye, then fine. But I think we should try and move Veltal as far away from there as possible. Move it away? But why do we need to do that, Doc? It is only my speculation, but I suspect the incident that evening occurred because the Gebler Special Force stole a Kislev military gear.
Mm-hmm.
Special Force? You mean Ellie's group? Exactly. When I examined the broken gear in the village, I realized the Gebler pilot was riding a Kislev gear. It must have had some new technology involved in it for the Kislev army to send pursuit forces after it. New technology? I suspect that the Gebler Force was out to steal a new experimental gear. I am sure news of the Special Forces' failure was reached the capital. They'll be investigating the Lahan area to reclaim whatever parts of the new gear they find. Hold on, Doc. Won't the Kislev army still be in Lahan too? Most probably. And in the case there would be a conflict between Gav's inspection team and Kislev's pursuit troops. If they find where we have hidden Veltal, the armies will fight over who gets Veltal, and right near Lahan too. So to avoid any problems, we should move Veltal somewhere else right away. But we can't fix it in order to move it. Right, just staying here will solve nothing. Fortunately, this is the center of all excavation works in the country. There's bound to be some information on where we can find parts. Anyway, the fear is often worse than the danger itself. We should not let such fears hold us back.
So Faye kind of is just like, I don't care about this. Let's just leave Veltal alone. They can go. But then Seitan persuades him, stating basically more of the same will occur if we just leave it alone.
Right.
Oh yeah, workshop admin. Let's look over here.
Workshop admin.
I'm clipping up into
Go
the
to the
ceiling. Don't mind me.
Right. The rest of the country has unusual interest in these areas' ruins. Large units have come to excavate all the ruins.
Let's see.
We're out of gear parts in the warehouse. I'm going to have to order more from the Ethos headquarters.
Let's see.
I'll have to ask the Ethos headquarters to send a mechanic that can repair army gears.
Can we get to this person? I think we can. Yeah.
If requests for repairs keep coming at this pace, we won't be able to keep up. We should ask the Ethos headquarters to expand this workshop.
I also always found it funny when I first played this game that the ethos is put in single quotes every time somebody mentions them.
Right.
You know, it makes me think they're doing air quotes or something.
That's how I keep reading it in my head.
The ethos. Yeah.
Those Ethos guys.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Can we go in here? Yeah.
This is the waterworks. All of Dazil water comes from this pump. Water is needed for the maintenance of the gears. So our waterworks is also built to provide a steady supply of water to the workshop. This whole town's pretty much built around
Schedule. Interesting.
the gear repair.
Yeah, I mean that's the major industry, I suppose, of Dazil is they've got the Ethos workshop and they've got a whole gear repairing setup here.
Yeah, but just given the layout and the way it's built too, it makes me think that is probably a small camp that turned into basically a city as they were discovering more and more of these gears.
Right.
There's a story floating around that Kislev army is looking for the buried gear. Be careful if you go digging in the ruins.
Okay, let's.
Cool. What part out? What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. Is this the? Oh, hey.
This area surrounds the towers with the highest concentration of ruins of the southern part of the continent of Ignis. Alv and Kislev have been fighting over these ruins forever. I'm old now. I just want some peace.
Yeah. Hey, kid, I'm a computer. Okay.
Lately, Grandpa's been in a blue and gum mood.
What does that mean?
Glum, maybe?
Yeah. Blue and glum. Yeah. I can see
blue
that.
and gum.
He's not pleased.
Oh dear. The water has stopped again. The workshop must be using it right now. Ooh, that's affecting the...
Yeah, so the citizens cannot use water when the Ethos workshop is co-opting this supply for whatever they need. So...
Oh, man.
Details. Let's see. We got a save point in here. Let's go ahead and save our game. I believe this is where we need to go in order to proceed here. I think we've visited pretty much everywhere else here. Boom. Okay. Hello! I can't sell anything to civilians. Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. My parts supplies are low, so I can't sell anything to civilians. I hear there are parts for your gear that increase performance and abilities incredibly just by equipping them on it. I wonder if they have any such parts here. Somehow, I doubt it. Too much sand in the joints.
Yeah.
Gotta improve the performance of my gear with the parts I bought here, even if it's only a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the bar. So let's go over here. I think we need to go in here. Maybe not. But there's a kid in here. Hello.
Hey, are all the soldiers there digging ruins? I thought they were after the bad Kislev men. Guess I was wrong.
I love the little details in this game.
Yeah. Lately, the town has become so lively. It's nice to see the children so happy.
Yeah. Is this, no, that's another. What we need here is the rental office. So let's see if I can find that real quick here. Oh, hey, we can go up this. Hold on. Hey, look up here. We're so high up. All right.
It's an okay ladder.
It's an all right ladder. Oh, hey. Look at that.
A buggy.
Sand buggy.
This is a sand buggy. That is it, Faye. I have thought of a good way to get the parts we need for Veltel. First, we have to go find out who will rent us this buggy. Stay in the buggy? A sand buggy is a special car made for the desert. Its tires do not sink into the sand, so it is must for long trips into the desert. So then, Doc, what do you plan on doing with this sand buggy? Well, leave it to me. Just you wait and see.
All right. Satan, you have plans. Let's go in here. Hello.
Never saw you before. You want to rent out a sand buggy too, eh?
Yup.
Yes, that is right. Do you have any we can rent right now? Of course. The keys are in the ignition. You can take it now. Well then, if I may. Okay, I'm going into the desert to search for pots or Veltal. Going to the desert? Doc, are you going to excavate some ruins or something? The Kislev and Av armies are confronting each other in the desert all the time. There is talk that their forces often break into battle over the ruins. What does it have to do with that gear? If I search the battlefields for the wrecks of such army gear, I should be able to find the pots we need. Besides, Veltal is a Kislev gear, so we need parts from Kislev gears.
Mm-hmm.
But, Faye, you are such a worrier. Things have a way of working out. You don't need to worry so much. Why not go kill some time at the bar until I get back? Doc.
Doc.
Okay, bye. Hey, are you letting me go out there alone? Lots of fights break out in the desert. It's a real dangerous place. I've heard about a group of pirates riding around attacking people on a sand cruiser. Are they Jawas? You really shouldn't let him go out there by himself.
Oh no, Doc, come back.
Right, car's gone. You're like, Oh,
he left.
like, boy, he left real fast.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna sprint after Citan here. We are alone at the moment. As he went and took the buggy and he rolled out of here pretty quick.
He sure did.
So we're gonna head into the desert here. After fighting. Sanretsu.
Right. One of the questions we've developed over here is, who is Ethos really associated with?
Mm-hmm. Which is a very good question, really. I think what we know about them so far is they are able to do, or to, they have the technology to do the excavation of gears, which is why we went to their HQ in Dalziel here.
Right.
But we don't know a huge amount about them other than that. Into the desert.
Huh. Interesting.
Gears.
They're playing leapfrog.
They are. They're hopping around.
Hop, 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 hop. What are they? Are they Av gears? I'm worried about Doc. Guess I may as well follow those gears.
Where else would we go, huh?
Well, you see.
You see. Unfortunately, Faye is more than capable of dealing with enemies by himself. That's sort of part of why we got to level 10 here. We'll go ahead and use our second key ability with Faye, Inner Healing. He can heal 60 health.
Nice.
Yeah, back to full here. And
Excellent.
of course, he'll get smacked around, but he can, combat the attrition of the the Sandmans.
Let's not fool ourselves here.
One of the things I enjoy about this game is I really don't mind the random battle music. Like, I think most of it gets kind of repetitive if you play a lot of JRPGs. This one, I quite enjoy. It never really gets old because it's not quite bombastic enough to be annoying, and it's not soft enough to where I'm just like, why am I in another battle? I mean, it's got a good beat to it.
Yeah. So far, it blends in really well with whatever the current area's music is, too.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like a natural transition to some degree.
Yeah. I agree.
Versus something like, I might catch flack for this, but like for Seven's battle music, it's jarringly different, right? I don't mind the battle music necessarily. I'm not saying that's a bad battle music or anything, but it's just by comparison. It's much more like, oh, things are happening right now. We got to go.
Right. Yep.
How far has Doc gone? Now I've lost sight of those gears too. I'm surprised you thought you could keep up with them because they were moving at like 150 miles an hour.
What if I run really fast?
I mean, knowing Faye, that's probably something he could do. What's happening? Of course, he doesn't think things through either. He's like, I'm gonna punch this dinosaur in the face with my bare fist.
Like, whatever, I got this. Oh, don't even worry about it. It's fine.
I'm sorry, are we about to get abducted by aliens? Like, what the heck?
What is that? It's a weird flying saucer thing.
It kind of makes me think of a top.
A little bit, yeah.
Hey, whose giant Beyblade is this? What the heck is that thing?
Very good question.
You gotta rip it. Oh, hey, it's the leapfroggers.
Yeah.
A different unit? Are they going toward the direction the saucer went? I better follow them so as not to lose sight of them. That's no guarantee that's where Sighton is, though.
Yeah. One of the interesting things in this area, there's no compass, so you just kind of gotta just roll in the direction that you feel you need to go. So usually follow the gears, follow the saucer, follow the gears kind of thing.
Right.
Sand shark, meanie head.
It's a really weird design because it's got this, like, what I assume is a beak thing.
Yeah, it's got like a beak on the front and then the shark fin.
Right.
Definitely
but also, like, depending on how you look at it, it kind of looks like a shark has its mouth around something else that has a beak.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's
the
a
shark
weird
is eating an animal that's attacking you.
Yeah. I don't think we have another death blow yet. Nope. But we have got a little bit. We got a little bit of a stat upgrade.
Sweet.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a hop jerky on Faye here. Get him back to full. In case we got more battles we need to handle here.
Yeah. What level are we at now?
12.
Okay.
Yeah, level 12.
Nice.
Personally speaking, I stop when I can, and I just grind up death blows. So that's what I'll probably be doing as we keep going through this. But yeah, if you just kind of want to roll through the story, this is a fine game for that sort of thing.
Cool. Does this ever end? It'll get dark soon, so I better hurry up and... What the heck?
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
What's going on here? Gears? A flying saucer? And now these guys. I hope Doc's alright. Yeah!
Yeah!
Wow! Sorry about that. Just let me borrow this for a while. Okay, thanks, bye!
Yoink. Now Biker Faye is a thing.
Lol. Hey, way!
Away! Vroom, vroom.
I am fascinated by the fact that their bikes, I guess, have leg coverings. Rather than being open.
Because of the sand everywhere, right? Kind of deflect a little bit of it.
Yeah, I suppose so. Now it's nighttime. That means we've been out here for a while.
Yep. Sun is going down quickly here. Oh.
Hope we got good fuel.
Uh-oh. We got problems is what we got.
Oh, Don't worry about that, Faye. You can punch him in the jeans with the fists, just like you did that dinosaur.
Just kick him out of here.
What's with you guys? Aren't you overreacting a little for just stealing a motorcycle? I doubt it's about the motorcycle, buddy.
Ah.
Wait.
Yo.
Okay. Hey, I was looking everywhere for you. How did you? What? Doc, you're all right? Yes, of course.
Huh?
Found the parts I needed in the first 10 minutes and been repairing the ship this whole time.
Yeah, and then you disappeared. Where did you go?
Looks like we don't have time to chat. Faye, hurry. Hurry and do what? Get in the gear, dum-dum. I cannot use Veltal very well. Only you can use it to full potential. Remember when you blew up your own town?
Uh-huh.
Hurry up and get on board. Oh, sorry, that's a little too soon. All right.
Okay. Fine. Oh. All right. So we got a couple of gears here.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Now, I believe we only have attack level 1 at the moment because we only have our first 2 death blows, but we should have an extra one here, so I'm going to run the new death blow here. Rapu. Whoa.
More like Rick you.
Yeah, they get wrecked. Repu means strong wind. Boom. Get out of here. You can't beat me in Veltal.
We're the best.
That's right. We're the best.
No one
around.
I don't know how, but I beat them. Ha 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 ha. What the?
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's you.
Problems.
Oh, we get to see the pilot this time.
Uh-huh.
Your hot-blooded desire for battle has not been tamed, I see. I feel like I need to have like a Bane mask. Oh.
Who are you? Who? Right. I know you. You killed her. Her? No. It wasn't. Not me. You coward. It was you.
You're the one from Lahan.
Little side note as we're getting into the scene, I love this song.
Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
My name is Gruff, the Seeker of Power. You certainly showed how much power you had back there in Lahan, didn't you, Faye? That helmet, man.
Uh-huh.
How much power I had? What are you talking about?
It's a good helmet voice.
Also, like, how do you know that I'm Faye? Who are you?
Yeah. How do you know my name? Who are you?
Alrighty, question number 7. Who's the mysterious man? Groff.
A greater power is what I need to fulfill my mission. I sent those gears into that land as a catalyst to awaken the power in you, to make contact with you.
So he knew he was in Lahan to begin with.
He did.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
As a catalyst? You mean you caused that intentionally?
That's right. The death of your loved ones. And you're powerless against it happening. The grief, the screams from your heart, born out of the tragedy. There. That was the catalyst for triggering your power.
You went Super Saiyan, bro.
Uh-huh.
You mean you attacked my village just to get me in that gear? Why? Why did the villagers have to die? So angry.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares why? It does not matter how many of them died. They were wretched vermin, only living from day to day without ever fulfilling their prescribed destinies. And what have you forgotten? You were the one who destroyed the village. I did not lift a finger.
Not exactly true, but, you know.
Well, he lifted a finger.
He did.
No, I was just trying to save the village and its people. I never intended to destroy it.
Is that really so? Surely you have heard it. It is the very essence of you, the voice of desire from within you that craves destruction.
Shut up! Even if that were true, aren't you still the one who caused it? If you hadn't come, the village wouldn't have suffered the way it did.
Ah, so now you resort to blame? I see. That sounds like something you would say. That's good. Your basic nature remains unchanged.
Crap.
Crap.
You said you need my power? What were you intending to do with it?
You know very well. It is to destroy Mother God.
Destroy God?
Yes, we will destroy God. That is our purpose. That is our destiny.
Don't be ridiculous. I won't get involved in such a thing. If you want to destroy your god or whatever, it is you you're on about. Just try that again.
Yeah.
If you want to destroy your god or whatever it is you're on about, do it by yourself.
Yeah.
You resemble your father.
What?
My father? You mean my dad?
So,
Yes?
this is an example of what I was talking about in the first episode. This is Aizuchi. He's repeating what Graf said to him. Because even though they're in kind of a confrontation right now, this is just kind of how Faye talks. So when he says, you're my father, you mean my... Like, he's repeating what Graf is saying. So...
Yeah.
You mean my dad? You know my father? Like... Dude, you took a minute to get there. Like, yes, he's repeating and then processing, so...
Right. It's I'm sure people who watch this actually have had people that they've met, right? Who are like finishing the sentence with you because they're just processing what you're saying so fast.
Right.
And then they respond. And that's kind of how I'm taking it, right? So like you remind me of your father. My father, you mean my dad? You know my father?
Right. It's very similar to that, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, this is sort of where the perception comes from that, like, Faye is confused and he's having trouble tracking with what's going on, which, to an extent, I can understand that perspective, but in addition, this is Aizuchi as well. He's actively listening to what's being said to him.
Right. Well, I think to some degree he is confused, but it's not because he's slow, but because it's complicated. I got questions I got to write down after this cutscene, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot happening. He's just like, what are you saying to me, you weird mask dude?
Hooray, more info dump that I just can't process.
That was a most delightful scream. I was enthralled by it. Nothing is more beautiful than a scream of death.
What did you do to my father? What happened between you two? I am your father. I mean,
Do you really wish to know? There is no use in you knowing it now.
what?
Your power is still beneath that needed for my purposes. Anything unusable must be tried until it becomes suitable.
What?
What?
What? Oh, good. What in the hell is that?
What in hell is that? Oh, I love that.
What will you do, Faye? If you die here, then so be it. You may indeed gain some happiness from not knowing, but surely that is not what you truly want. If you want to know the truth, and that is what you want, isn't it, Faye? Then this is what you do. You must show me that you have attained the level of strength I require. To do that, you must destroy others by using your own strength. Then you will gain all that was lost in exchange for that scream of death.
Raph, where are you going?
Wait, we're not finished talking yet. I have questions. And so does Austin.
Yeah. So many questions.
What a weird looking creature.
Yup. We got Worm to fight here. Yes. So he uses Counter Slurp in response to physical attacks. That drained 60 fuel, leaving us at 950. So what I'm going to do is run Booster. And let me see if I can Death Blow and do some damage here. A little bit. Yeah, so you can just sling a couple of Repus at Worm here and finish up the encounter. What I'm going to do... guided shot. Oh, and before I do that, Inner Healing is usable. This restores gear defense. So Inner Healing in your gear does not actually heal your gear HP. If your defense gets downed by a debuff, you can restore gear defense. I believe that's what Inner Healing does in a gear. So we don't currently have a way of healing our gear. So all we really need to do at this point is... Kame. I mean... Good bit of damage for, what, 2 EP? And he still counters it, but the point is when we're getting our attack level boosted up with our regular attack, we get countered as well. So you can deal with them with a couple of guided shots. This should finish him.
Gotcha.
And it looks cool. Oh, he has 200 HP, so 3 guided shots should do it, or if you wanted to use a combo, you can. Level 13.
Nice.
Yeah, we crunched that guy pretty handily. Maybe Groff is happy about that.
Faye, are you all right? Faye. So, not that Sightseeing could do much, but he was just kind of standing there the whole time.
Mm-hmm. He didn't really have a gear, so he couldn't do a lot about what was going on. But yeah, he was just kind of watching.
Having a whole they were having a whole conversation too, though, that I'm surprised Sighton didn't like step in.
He didn't participate. That's true.
Yeah. I'm fine. The gear seems to be broken, though. Again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad that you're unharmed. At least physically. The gear had only temporary repairs made on it. They were not made to survive an outright battle like that. Faye?
Curses.
Oh no, the hour of military, not now. Faye, I think we should remain calm. Question mark?
Faye's just like, I don't care.
Faye, I know you're angry, but don't do anything rash. You're going to do something rash, aren't you?
Hmm. So there was not much we could do about that. So Velthol and, incidentally, Vey and Seitan have been captured by the Av military at this point.
Yeah. It's a weird, like, transport, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It's like a sand transport thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let us join together.
I was pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought we'd meet again like this. It must be fate. How ironic. But I'll never let you have him. Even if it kills me.
What is happening?
Well, I assume that's Faye's father. How are you feeling, Faye? Did you sleep well? Huh? Well, sort of.
Weird nightmares.
Yeah. Sorry I messed up. I was careless. That gear is a top-secret experiment model from Kislev. It was only natural the Av would also be madly searching for it. Faye, are you hurt? You do not look so well. Well, suppose you could say I was hurt. That man in black spoke of your father's fate. Is that what is wrong? There's that too, but the other stuff he said. What happened at Lahan was all planned to get me to ride in that gear, or so he claimed. That would take some tremendous foresight.
It would.
That's got me worried.
Alright, so we can move about here. We're going to go ahead and save our game, and then we can talk to Seitan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would be worried too. It's like, yes, I planned this. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, like the amount of foresight that would require. I mean, we talked about how Seitan, I feel like he's playing chess to some degree, right? Like he's being very purposeful in his motions, and like I don't think he's intended, right? I think he's trying to do what is right and good. So, but if Seitan has a level of foresight because of his knowledge of things, and he can move pieces, so to speak, to counteract those things, then Graf,
Yep.
is playing like 4-dimensional chess or something, like, by comparison, because the level of manipulation and foresight to predict what's happening and the tactical mind required to do that, and to know where Faye is too all this time, because I mean obviously he's had to have known for a while to build this up. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I mean it's it's interesting, like, what exactly is the objective of Graf? What is the objective of Seitan in this moment? You know, like,
Right.
what exactly is going on here? Let's talk with Seitan here. I believe we can talk about a couple of topics here.
To get you to ride in that gear. Doc, before the village was destroyed, I lived without doubting myself. That must be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's different now. I don't know who I am. I've never felt like this before. Well, we cannot do anything as long as we are prisoners, even if we wanted to. Let us rest a little. Maybe it will sort your feelings out a little.
Let's see. I don't remember if we can... Ah, yes.
Are you worried about your father? All I know is that the maids at my home in Lahan told me. One night, a strange masked man carried me to Lahan. I was heavily wounded at the time. In my delirium, I called out for my father. That's all they could tell me about my background. I don't remember anything of my father or my past, so I guess I'm not really all that lonely or sad. Let us rest a little.
Does he have anything else to say? Oh, hey, here we go.
Doc, why didn't I notice that I had no memories up until now? Oh.
He did not answer.
What do you know? What do you know, Seitan?
Yeah, so that's it at this point. That's all the dialogue we can get. So we are going to have to go ahead and rest. I'm going to save again, and then we will go ahead and do that and proceed here. As a side note, it's kind of hard to hear the save stuff, but this track is one of my favorites on this soundtrack. It's a fantastic song. I'm not going to say the title of it right now, but it is a very good song. Yes, let us rest a little. Also, it's interesting that Seitan never uses contractions. He does not say let's, he says let us.
Oh, interesting. I hadn't noticed that.
Yep. Yeah, if you watch his dialogue, he never uses contractions, I believe. I don't think he ever ends up using them. Maybe in a moment of, like, extreme duress he does, but I'm pretty sure he always uses the words separately.
I suppose it's a matter of, like, formal speech pattern.
I think it's I think they are translating Japanese formal with Seitan's dialogue here.
Yeah, that would make sense. He seems like a guy who would speak a little more formally.
Mm-hmm.
Politically.
Yeah, a little more diplomatically, if you will.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It was him, no mistake. There was no coincidence. Could it be that we are approaching the time of the gospel?
The time of the gospel.
Question number 9. I mean, more than 9 questions. These are just the ones I got down.
9 out of 473.
Right.
Just for the first couple hours, yeah. Alrighty.
Not to mention time and gospel were both hyphenated.
Mm-hmm.
Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What a face.
I know.
I don't even... Yes, the gospel. We are the people expelled from paradise and forced to live on the cruel surface of the earth. Is he talking to somebody inside his own head right now? We who will fear this land will once again return to the presence of God in paradise and live there eternally.
Very good question. How is Seitan talking to this person? Is he talking to this person? Is this a flashback?
Right. Well, look at all these images. These look like paintings.
What are all
Maybe
the paintings floating around? Yeah.
They could be face paintings, or at least akin to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only other painting we've seen, right? Faye was painting at the beginning of the game.
Right, and there were similar, like, colors.
Mm-hmm. We're floating around in space, apparently, or some kind of weird ethereal realm, and Emperor's throne appears to be very extra here, floating around.
Yeah, I mean, like, however they're communicating, it's clearly not physically.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether that Seitan looking in on himself, and this is like a mindscape conversation.
Right, telepathic, maybe.
Or if he's actual projecting, quote unquote, to like this limbo state where they can talk together as two separate entities in a shared mind space. I don't know.
Or he could just be remembering, like, this is a weird area where the Emperor is, and he's remembering a conversation because he was remembering the time of the gospel, and he talked with the Emperor about it before.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could have, that would have been the most logical conclusion, is that this is a memory, but
it's not clear though, right? We just cut to this and it's like, well, what? Yeah.
Right.
Let's see.
That is the time of the gospel. That time is at hand. Well, that seems like a present conversation rather than a memory.
It does.
We, the gazelle, must find God's resting place by then and resurrect him.
Yes. So, yeah, gazelle, I mean, graceful or elegant, sort of related to the animal, I believe, the gazelle. But I believe I'm not 100% sure on the the pronunciation of gazelle. I've heard it pronounced gazelle before, but
yeah, I could see gazelle. We the gazelle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, we the graceful, we the gazelle.
That is our final prayer.
A lot of religious language being used here.
Yeah. Our final prayer. Our final prayer to escape from the fate that was determined at our genesis.
Mm-hmm.
Majesty, is this the end? Okay. Okay.
So it does seem like he was either thinking about and interacting with a memory, or he was actively talking with the Emperor there.
Yeah. Bingo. Just as the report said, an off transport. And look what we have on top.
Ah, yes.
No mistaking it. That's a new Kesliv model. It has to be the stolen gear everyone is after. I have no idea who's talking, so if this is not the right voice, we'll just deal with it.
Seems right.
Whatever the case, there's no way we're going to let that Shakan guy have it.
Mm-hmm. Periscope up.
Speaking of pirates, we can't escape them. In like the last 3 games we've been playing.
More pirates!
Pirates are everywhere. Gunner. Turt A, Anton and Turt B Belta can initiate their ectropometer. Oh my goodness. 20 seconds after opening their hatches. Ectropometers.
Yeah, I don't remember this term. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Shipboard instrument used for determining bearing or compass directions. As for Anton and Belta, I believe that's sort of an Alpha Bravo situation. He's using names of turrets. Yeah, A Anton, B Belta kind of thing. But yeah, they can basically calibrate to their targets after opening their hatches, is what he's saying. So he's preparing weapons on whatever the hell this is, right?
Right. Bronze. I don't hear anything other than the flowing sound of the sand. No suspicious radar activity detected. Marseilles.
Yeah.
Matreya's units are standby at catapults. They'll all be able to launch 1 minute after we resurface. Good. Let's do it. Con level 1.
Clearly, this blonde pirate dude is in command here.
You have an indication?
We got all sorts of chatter going on. They're all getting ready for battle.
Young master, what is happening? What is the alarm all about? Not again. Young master, hold on a second. Battle stations, everyone. Surface navigation began operating the sand pump. Prepare to fire starboard cannons upon surfacing. They look like 80s rock glam, like people.
They do.
Trim to the right. The wind is strong up there, and we may be blown off balance. Jericho, hand the helm over to me.
Switch to manual.
Look, what is that?
Huh?
A lot happening right now.
Boom!
A sand sub.
Sand cruiser.
A sand cruiser. It must be those desert pirates.
Desert pirates!
We had air pirates, and now we got sand pirates.
Yeah. Sand pirates, desert pirates.
Cool looking ship.
Yeah. This ship is awesome. Got a symbol on the front here. Oh. Opening fire on the transport. Faye and Sighton are on.
Alternate firing between Anton and Delta. Calculating adjustments. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Switch modes over to salvos after the initial shots. Let's slow them down. Get ready to give them a spanking they won't forget. Young master, please wait. It may just be a requisition ship, but not a warship. Let me handle this. Get out of the way, old man. Whether it's a warship or not, it's carrying a new gear. Gunner, let him have it. Is his name Gunner? Or is he a gunner?
Why can't both be true?
I mean, that's fair.
Oh. Problems.
Okay. We'll have to make another flash warning for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm judging by the angle. It seems as if a gun blast has made a hole in the hull. Again, with the hole in the hole in the hole.
The hole. Yep.
I would listen when we started Skies. I did not predict that we would use the hole in the hole statement as much as we have.
Yep.
The last month. We'll probably sink within minutes. A few minutes. Doc. It is locked. Somebody free us. Somebody free us. Ah!
Boom. Well, that worked.
Oh, he did a... Yeah, not... Ah! Let's get out of here, Doc.
All right. So...
There's sand everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm going to make sure that I go to all the right places here, because this is a little bit of a timed section. There is a map here. Let's see if I can hit it.
Oh, yeah, to the right says Survival 10.
Yeah. Switch. Switch, he said? Let's see. Is it over here? Let's look in here real quick.
The door lock should be directly across and just a little bit east of the starting room.
Ah, you're right. Let's see if we can get out of here. Yeah, and this does get a little bit harder to move. Up here?
That's what it says.
Let's swivel it a little bit here. Oh. Hang on. There we go. We gotta get in here. Let's go over here. Grab this. Survival tent.
You're gonna drown in the sand.
Yeah, we're getting a little... Can't seem to find the switch they're talking about. Let's see if we can just have it this way.
Yeah, just the door lock is all I saw, but...
Okay. Yeah, I think we're in decent shape at the moment. Okay. Now, this should be... Let's see here. We need to get up a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think this may be the... Yeah, we don't have any real attack all moves, so it's just death blow your way through these soldiers as you're trying to escape the cruiser here. Extra AR +1. Alright, we gotta get this thing over here, which I think we have to go around to get to, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's not entirely clear. While we're doing these fighting, something I wanted to throw out there, we don't have to like really discuss it at the moment, is that before I posited that maybe Satan isn't human, or if he is, that maybe he's bound to another being in some way.
Sure.
There's your steps to the south there. Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
you'll have to jump over. Yeah. The Emperor is clearly, unless he's wearing a headpiece, clearly doesn't look the same way that Satan does.
Right.
Which tells me he's a different race of some kind.
That is certainly what he looks like. Yeah.
But he spoke to Satan as if they were part of the same, at least the same organization or like faction.
They seem to have an affiliation of some kind, right?
Right, yeah. But the level of like, I don't know, the level of familiarity and the use of things like our, we need to make sure that we...
The time of the gospel. Yeah.
Right. It's not just the time of the gospel, it's... there's a statement of, I think, finding God before it comes to fruition. It's like we have to find God in order to avoid our fate or whatever, something along that line.
I believe it was reunite with God. Yeah.
Right, and it's inclusive, and granted that inclusion could just mean like all peoples need to have this happen for the world to be saved or whatever.
Sure.
But I kind of interpreted it as his people, the Emperor's people specifically needed this to happen.
He did refer to the Gazelle.
Right.
Which seemed to be a group that may not be all people. It could be. He isn't specific enough about that, right?
Right. So I'm making an assumption here. I'm running off an assumption that the Gazelle are their own faction of specific race is kind of how I took it. But it could just be a group, right? Just like Abel is a group and lambs are service dwellers. Gazelle could be something.
Sure.
So all that to say is I am wondering if Satan is a Gazelle versus like maybe somebody who is working with them, right?
The Emperor did say we, the Gazelle, when talking to Satan. That's true.
Right. So the question is the Gazelle a race or is it a group of a people? Whether that people is multiracial or whatever. Phew, that was close.
Yeah. What are the Gazelle? Like, it's the first time we've seen this term, so, it raises a very, very pertinent question here.
It reminds me of another question I have with Graf, which is who or what is Mother God?
Yeah, Graf mentioned Mother God, and yeah, the Emperor also mentioned God as well.
Right.
On the time of the gospel, there's a lot of references to a god of some kind. Calling it Mother God is an interesting idea. Are they referring to the same thing? I mean, one would think so, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just the stuff I can remember to put notes down on. There was a lot of stuff coming at us.
Yeah. So there's a lot of exposition that comes out when we first encounter the Emperor as well as Graf, and a lot of things were said. That is okay that there are not comprehensive notes on that, because we will kind of go over any other details. I am going to just go back over this dialogue and see if there's anything else we want to point out at this point. And there will be more to come, of course.
Right. Oh, yeah, of course. But like, I got to throw my questions out with my thoughts as I go, otherwise I won't remember them. All right. Phew, that was close.
Yeah. Double checking something here. Okay, yeah, I think we're in good shape here. It was close, wasn't it? Okay, we got a save point here. Nothing, we can't go that way. Let's go ahead and save now that we got that dealt with. So it is possible to fail the first and second floor section. Basically, the sand will overwhelm Faye and Citan, and then you'll get a failure message and have to start it over. I believe you keep any treasure you picked up, so it helps you kind of get through the section if you're having trouble with it. Can't go down there. I believe all we have to do here is just roll through. I found it interesting because I'd played a lot of games where you use, like, the main character, of course, uses a sword. That my party right now, neither of these people use weapons. They're just fighting unarmed.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I like a good sword, but this is... I feel like fist fighting characters in an RPG, like, it's rare for them to feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This has a pretty simple but very satisfying combat system.
Right. Considering it's so, like, combo related, I can see how it would feel good, right, to use fists as your weapon.
Very visceral.
Right. Yeah, anyway. Doc? Where'd you go, Doc? Hey, can you hear me? I'm moving the crane towards Veltal's cockpit. Hop in. Hurry, go up to the crane to Veltal. We are going under fast. I got you, Doc. But when you're done, you hurry up there too, okay?
So Faye has been very hesitant to this point. He's just like, yeah, this is kind of a crisis. Let's just deal with this. There's no treasure up here. You can just kind of... Uh-oh. Wow!
What? Woo.
Woo. Yeah. So, because of my terrible skills at walking on narrow platforms, I fell off, but you don't fall off here. You just kind of got to go to the end of the crane here.
That's a long crane, and I am impressed with his fearlessness. I would be terrified.
Yeah, definitely. Veltal! Must climb aboard!
Here we go again. You and I seem to have a faded relationship.
Jump in, Faye! Boom. Back here!
Come on, Doc, over here. Hurry up.
Yeah, so Citan climbs aboard. We escape the sinking ship.
Wait, I thought the gear couldn't move, which is how he got captured, right?
Yeah, it's a good question. I believe the gear is in bad shape at this point, but it still technically is able to move and fight and stuff. It's also possible that when this gear was captured, they did a bit of rudimentary maintenance on it.
To make it moving it easier.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Doing a moonwalk there. Whoops. Are you okay, Doc? Well, Dr. Saita Nizuki. Feels like you have sacked your... Wait. What is happening here? Feels like you've sacked your seculars and tickled your utricles enough for one lifetime. Wow, dizzy.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to explain that. I don't know what he's saying here. He's saying some shenanigans right now.
Secules and utricles and...
Yeah.
I guess he's talking to himself. Like, whoa, doctor, you need to tone it down a bit, buddy.
Yeah, I get the impression he's a little shaken up, like, oh, God, I'm too old for this or something, you know.
I'm not built for this kind of excitement. Sorry about that, Doc. I didn't have time to open up the cockpit.
So I guess he was just in Veltel's hand or something while they were
Yeah, that was
escaping?
my understanding, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you really okay, Doc? Hey, I was only joking. Riding in the hand was not so bad. I can see what is so good about this top-secret experiment Kislev machine. Self-healing. Yeah, when I started it up, it began doing all kinds of stuff by itself. The environmental response system and weight reduction hovering kicked in straight away, automatically. Really? Amazing. Are you playing dumb right now? I can't tell. Save yourselves, but leave your friends to sink in a sea of sand. Don't you believe in comradeship?
Huh?
Huh?
All right. What up?
Years. It's not very manly of you to leave platoon to die while you run away in a gear, you know? Okay, full disclosure, I thought that was a woman the first time his icon was revealed.
Yep. He's got the long blonde hair, but yeah, no, he's a dude.
Usually it's the other way around. I assume it's a dude and it turns out to be a woman, but this time it was
Other way, yeah.
Yep. Wait one moment. We're not AV soldiers. Can't you make a better plea for your life? You come jumping out of an AV ship and claim that you're not AV soldiers? Stop trying to fool me. I tell you, it's true. How pathetic are you? Even if you're the pettiest of soldiers, how's about showing a little spine? And put up a decent fight. Stop it, I'm telling you, I'm no soldier. I don't want to fight. How nauseating. Why don't you just stop grumbling? Leave the gear and run away. Oh.
Ow.
Oh. Brutal. For someone who doesn't want to fight, you're quite powerful. I will kick your butt. I see. An all-environment model. So that's it, huh? Now I want it even more.
All right, so got a fight here. Let's see. I'm going to not activate booster. If you'll notice, our HP and fuel have been restored from our last encounter. So I take that to mean there was definitely some repairs done on Veltel when captured by the AV military unit that's now underneath the sand here. So let's go ahead and punch this dude that seems determined to fight us here. All right.
Brigadier.
Brigadier is the name of this gear. Wild Smile is incredibly annoying. So it reduces accuracy and evasion. So he's going to hit us pretty much every time. And we are a little less accurate. You'll notice we have a little alert on our UI here called indicating camera damaged. On the right side.
Kind of like blindness.
Yeah, it's a little like that. That's what Wild Smile inflicts here. Fortunately, we have raised our attack level here, so we can do a death blow.
Do death blows always hit?
I believe so. It has been a minute since I've played this game, but I believe they always do. Let's try strong. Yeah, so there's the effect of Wild Smile. We missed with our strong attack. Chain Whip is a death blow, so he used one on us. And you'll notice, even though we missed, our attack level went up. So, we're still able to use our combo here. Which is interesting. It's a little bit different than in Chrono Cross, where you hit with an attack, and if you miss, your level doesn't go up when it comes to their version of attack level. think one more will do it here. Brigadier has 800 HP in this encounter. Oh, that was weird looking. He hits reasonably hard. And he uses Wild Smile, I think, every 2 or 3 turns here, looks like.
Seems like, yeah.
You're going to have your accuracy debuff this entire fight. There we go. That's the end of that fight.
Huh? Oh no, this is not good. Oh no.
Oh no.
In the heat of battle, I got caught up in the quicksand. Me of all people.
Who are you, though?
I'm a pirate, see? Damn, this is all your fault. Don't blame me, you coward. Or are you going to get it later, so be darn ready. Why?
Why? What the?
Wahoo. Hey, come down here. I'm not going to kill you. All I want is for you to leave this gear. What?
Huh?
Huh? Hey, you're not an OV soldier. That's what I've been trying to tell you. I told you that in my intercom transmission earlier.
Yeah, so this does at least shed a little light on why Seitan didn't say a lot when Faye and Graf were talking. I believe they were talking over their gear's intercoms. Graf was sort of outside of his gear, but he's got that mask on. I'm pretty sure he's capable of transmitting in his suit.
Yeah, but Seitan still heard what Graf was saying, because otherwise he wouldn't have known what to ask.
I do believe he did. Yeah, he didn't say anything, though. So it's doesn't completely clear Seitan, but I'm pretty sure Faye was broadcasting over the intercom of his gear.
Yeah. You're the one who refused to listen to me, right? Sorry. Yes, I remember you were saying something like that. I just refused to believe you. I went off half-cocked and thought you were the enemy. My name is Bart. I'm the pirate that works this territory. My name is Faye. I was arrested for no apparent reason, shoved into the OV transport ship. I was nearly going to be sent to a concentration camp until you went and blew the thing to blazes. Anyway, I'm just glad to have been able to survive. I see. Well, I'm glad at least I helped you out a little bit. But I didn't expect a civilian like you would be riding a military gear. Besides, this gear is a brand new model. I've never seen this type before. Let's just say that a lot of things have happened.
I'll say.
It wasn't like I wanted to pilot it. Where are we anyway? Looks like we fell into one weird place. What happened to Seitan and all this, too? I never heard of huge stalactite caves just existing under the desert before.
It's a very good question. As far as we know, Seitan didn't fall into the quicksand here. If he did, he's not in this immediate vicinity, so we'd have to find him if that happened.
Right. Well, there were other gears with Bart, too.
True.
So, like, they didn't fall into it either. So they clearly went off to the side at least a little bit.
Yeah. Bart was being flanked by a couple of gears, and they were not involved in the combat or the falling through the quicksand, so who knows? It seems like something else may have been happening during that fight.
Right.
Yes, stalactite caves.
What? You don't know anything, do you? Where are you from? The desert only covers around 1,000 sharls of the outer layer of the earth. The stratum underneath it consists of igneous rock. From a sea of trees to a sea of sand, and now a stalactite cave. What's next? Space?
Space!
Space? What are you talking about?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about me. Never mind.
Never mind.
We're in trouble. Look, the hole we fell through has disappeared. We better find some other way out. You want to call truce for now? At least until we find an exit and get out of here. Then that gear is mine. Yeah, agreed. First, we got to find the way out of here, so let's get going. Phew, thank God. I didn't want to dry up and die in the desert. Hey, you, I know you're tired, but don't go any further than there. Shut up. You sunk our ship. Don't you forget that. No, you shut up. Just be thankful that we were saved. Excuse me. Is there anyone who is almost dead with no arms and legs or in need of an abdominal operation?
What an oddly specific question.
It's... She looks like a surgeon,
Yeah.
so... no one? Well, that's depressing.
I'm useless.
I see.
There's Sighton.
So your young one has not just been shooting at anything and everything then, Sigurd.
Yes.
Yes, he actually calculated his attack. Or so he says. As you can see, no one has died this time either. Sigurd, sir, the collection of the goods and soldiers from the Av transport is almost complete. We still can't locate the young master. General Matreya's platoon will scout around again. Okay, I'm counting on you. Yes, sir. Since I'm part of the unit, I'll also excuse myself.
So that was one of the gears that was flanking Bart when we first encountered him.
Right. So, what happened to this young one you call Master? He fell into an underground cave with that other guy in a gear. It's near an old excavation site, and he's riding in a gear, so he'll probably be able to come up somehow. We'll try to find him for a while, and if that doesn't work, then we'll wait for him at our meeting point. You seem to trust him a lot. Trust him. Yeah, I trust he'll get us into trouble. But I never thought I would meet you here, Hugh.
Hmm?
It is not coincidence. It is an inevitable consequence, I assume. Hayu? Hyuga?
Hyuga.
Hyuga.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying something is about to happen? It's happening. Okay.
All right. So a bunch of things just happened there. Mechanically speaking, we now have Bart in our party. Bart, I believe, yeah, he starts with his Headhunter Death Blow, which means in his gear he has his first combo available. The other thing to note here is we now have access to the gear menu. So we can see we have Veltol as our gear. We did pick up an extra AR. I like the old circuit. It increases response. I don't remember exactly what response does. I will double check that and explain it next time. But we will go ahead and upgrade one of these extra ARs to the +1. Bart here has a leather G-whip. That's what he was using. Extra AR +1. Utility in the desert. It's interesting. We are in the desert, so we'll leave that alone. And a lens cover, so he is immune to the status he was using on us earlier.
How convenient.
In his gear, yeah. The other interesting thing is we can get on or off our gear. We'll cover that a little bit more next time, but suffice it to say, when you're in gear mode like this, where you're walking around, you can exit your gear if you need.
Aw.
And it works a little like you're on foot when you're in a gear. The other thing I did want to note, Bart is another character that actually uses weapons. He is a whip user. All of his weapons are whips.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And comes with some, decent accessories as well. But he is now in our party, at least for now, as we've called a truce with him. So we are going to go ahead and save here, because we're now in a new situation we're going to have to deal with our ally here. The other thing I did want to mention here, as we're going over what just happened, is Seitan clearly knows Sigurd, and they finished inventorying the supplies from the Av cruiser, or ship, or whatever it was, the sand cruiser that they were on. And they were speaking as if they were very familiar with each other. And Sigurd was referring to Seitan as Hyuga, which is a Japanese name, means exposed to sunlight. And more importantly, it seems like that may be a different name for Seitan or something like that. But they clearly have a history with each other, so it is sort of fortunate that we managed to run into somebody that Seitan knew. And of course, Faye and Bart had this uneasy kind of, we were fighting, oh wait, you're not a soldier, maybe let's not beat each other up right now, and we'll work together to get out of this mess.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, and I don't want to dive into too much because we're definitely pushing our limit here, but
Mm-hmm.
he used the term young one or some young one, something
Young
along that line.
master, yes.
Right. No, but so
Your young one, yeah.
yeah, your young one that you call master is what Seitan asked. So, but young one was in quotes as well, which tells me that that's some sort of identifier. And I don't genuinely think it's Sigurd's son. Maybe it is. Maybe that's just what he means by your young one. But it feels more purposeful than that. Because I feel like if it was his son, he would have said your son, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it seems to me that there is something specific about Bart that Sigurd is watching over. And if Sigurd is watching over Bart in the same way Seitan is watching over Faye, then is Faye also one of these young ones? And what does that mean? So,
yeah, do you think maybe there's a purposeful reason, like perhaps Seitan is like, I also have someone I'm watching over for a purpose of some kind. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have, again, like no evidence aside from just the use of young one. But contextually it feels like it might be applicable. So
Yep. The other character we saw that I do want to mention is my son, who came on the bridge of the ship that Bart was commanding. My son is a British name, means stoneworker. Sigurd is Norse, means guardian of victory. So these are two characters who clearly have a relationship with Bart, and Sigurd has a relationship with Hyuga, I mean Seitan, who we know as Seitan. But there's another name and probably a story there. And yeah, he's referring to Young One, Young Master. I believe my son referred to Bart as Young Master as well.
Right.
So there's a bit of history and relationships between these characters that is yet to be revealed, but we got a little bit of a sense of, there's this group we've encountered and we possibly are forming an association with. Faye, of course, doesn't know any of these people. He's just like, what is happening around me? There's all this crazy stuff going on, because he has memories for like 3 years from Lahan Village here. But yeah, I mean, for now, our immediate concern is dealing with the cave we fell into through the quicksand here. Yeah, and the only other kind of mechanical thing I wanted to point out is we now have access to the Wild Smile ability that was just used on us. Very handy little ability that Bart has. Enemy accuracy down, accuracy and evasion, really. So yeah, I think we are going to go ahead and call it for now. Certainly, we've raised another couple of questions here as we go. Which is kind of a thing Xenogears does. But we are meeting some new characters, and yeah, we will come back to you next time dealing with the stalactite cave.
Hope they don't fall.
Hopefully not. Dodge the stalactites. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, thanks for watching. We love having you guys here with us, guys and gals, you lovely people.
Mm-hmm.
If you do like what you're seeing, obviously, like, subscribe, all of that jazz, because we want you to be up to date on our releases so that you can keep up with what's going on. So you can be just as confused as I am, unless you've played the game, and then you can laugh at how confused I am. Either way.
You can laugh evilly with me.
That's right, with glee.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, just thanks for hanging out with us, and hope you have an awesome day, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you next time, everybody.
Bye-bye now.
Diddly diddly do 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 do. Thanks for watching.